Hi, I would like to present the results of our research on the topic recommendation system for leisure time management in quarantine conditions. Research is prepared by Oleh, Pavlo, Ilchuk, Olha, Kots, and Yana Levus from Lviv National University and Olha Vlasenko from Osnabrück University, Germany. Global access to any information is more often considered an advantage than a disadvantage. Recommendation systems help solve the problem of such information overload. The main task of the recommendation system is to provide personalized recommendations to the user that take into account his preferences. 2020 has changed all areas of people's lives. This is due to the COVID-19 pandemic and quarantine restrictions. We got temporary closure of many structures and institutions for an identifying period. As a result, people's usual life has completely changed. Work and studies have moved to an online format, meetings with friends and relatives are via video communication, and so on and so on. So we consider that it is possible to adapt some leisure activities to the new reality, and usage recommendation systems can help to solve the problem of information overload to simplify the decision-making process in such conditions. We have analyzed different studies of quarantine conditions' influence on people's life and can conclude that it was mostly negative. You can see the main results on the slide. For example, 38% of people felt tired and lacked energy, 36% had sleep disorders, 25% felt helpless, and so on and so on. In such state, it is very difficult to analyze the information, make decisions, manage leisure time, etc., knowing that the COVID-19 pandemic period is characterized by the growing role of information technologies. We understand that we can develop one of it for the future usage. For example, $23 billion was spent by customers to purchases related to mobile apps during the COVID-19 pandemic. An important factor is that users expect a personalized experience from such systems and to receive services that take into account their preferences. So our topic is relevant today, and we decided to develop such recommendation system. Recommendation systems are one of the most popular applications of intelligent data analysis and machine learning in the field of internet business. They analyze the behavior of users in the internet service, after which they give a quantitative and qualitative assessment of users' preferences. On the slide, you can see main methods which are used by such systems, and also you can see a few examples of software solutions at the same field, and more details, if you need it, you can read in our research. Increasing the accuracy level of recommendations should be ensured by analyzing the user's activity in the system, interacting with its elements, and using and modifying the methods of recommendation systems. In addition, it is necessary to analyze and monitor user behavior within the system, determine its model, and recognize interdependencies. So, methods of system analysis were applied to analyze the problem situation and justify the choice of the type of information system for leisure time management during the quarantine period. We have used a few criteria. You can see them at the right column on our slide. And also have to add that the analytical hierarchy method was used to compare and evaluate alternatives on information systems that can be used for leisure time management in quarantine conditions. Such alternatives you can see in the left column on our slide. Recommendation system goes through the following phases of recommendation formation, such as data collection, learning phase, and also formation of recommendation. Recommendation system rely on different types of input data to obtain rating from the user. The most convenient and easiest method of data collection is explicit feedback. During the second phase, learning phase, a learning algorithm are applied to the collected user data. For providing recommendations, weighted hybrid method was used because the advantage of the weighted hybrid method is that all the strengths of the recommendation system are used during the process of providing them in a simple way. The development of a conceptual model of the recommendation system ensures the identification of its various entities and their possible interactions. So here you can see the use case diagram, and it is a representation of the user's interaction with the recommendation system, which depicts the relationship between the user and various use cases in which the user is involved. As you can see, there are three actors in the system: user, guest, and administrator. And the main options of them you can also see on this diagram. Next figure shows the activity diagram for the designed system. And have to say that with the help of the activity diagram, we can describe the dynamic system behavior. In this case, higher-level user action were modeled, including process coordination to achieve the main goal of using the system. Next slide shows us the state diagram for the designed recommendation system for leisure time management. And have to say that the model of system behavior from the point of view of forming and providing recommendation for the user is illustrated here by such diagram. The programming languages Java and JavaScript and the React Native framework were chosen for the implementation of the mobile application prototype. Also, the MySQL database management system was chosen to work with the database, and the system is based on the REST API architectural approach to perform CRUD, create, read, update, and delete operations, and launch rules mechanism, which will be used to select and perform operations on user datasets. On the slide, you can see a mobile application prototype of our recommendation system and just a few pictures. If you would like to see more, please read our full research. Have to know that the main stages of the mobile application prototype are user registration, viewing the recommendation catalog, recommendation rejection, recommendation usage, achievement diary, recommendation completion, recommendation evaluation, and so on. Upon completion of the recommendation for each activity, the user must evaluate it. Thus, evaluations are collected for recommendations which are taken into account when proposing future laser activities. So let's conclude. A recommendation system is aimed at reducing the negative effect of the psycho-emotional state of the person who is in forced quarantine. The usage of such system will help us to reduce the level of anxiety and excitement, to increase the level of self-satisfaction as a result of the recommendation implementation, to promote the process of learning new habits and new knowledge, and also to improve the level of psychical and mental health. I have to say that the usage of such recommendation system will also get an economic effect because you can save your money because recommendations will be formed shorter, faster, and more effective. Thank you for your attention. More details in our full research.